This is a story about stories. These kind. Stories on buildings. The buildings in Seattle.
It is a changing skyline. In this boom, it will continue to change.
They go up fast.
Yes.
Just as rents have gone up and home prices have gone up.
It keeps going up.
Real estate broker Brenda Nunes.
So it's displaced a lot of our residents.
They can't afford it.
They can't afford it. Crane City, USA.
The cranes tell the story.
Good business to be in, the crane business.
1, 2, 3,
In this story
4, 5, 6,
about stories,
7 at least.
we'll have Richard Peterson help tell it.
How many stories again?
About 41 stories.
When it comes to all the buildings going up,
Yes.
Richard's an expert.
You like this?
Yes.
Why?
Progress.
Fact.
This city have highest number of cranes than any other American city.
Second straight year, in fact.
Yes.
The curved top building. What year?
2008. And the one to the right top out in late 2014, early 2015.
His fascination
Different than the old Seattle.
with the stories on the buildings.
28 story, 40 story,
The Amazon building?
39 story.
You pretty much know all the buildings that are going up.
Yes. Including those that haven't broke ground yet.
I see there's construction there.
Yes.
What's it going to be?
An 8-story apartment.
What was it before?
A 2 or 3 story brick building. There's a big hole.
Huge hole.
Yes.
They're going to fill that hole.
Yes. It's 2 high-rise skyscraper.
How about that one over there?
And that's a hole in the ground, going to be a couple 12 story.
Oh my God, this is like incredible. So many people are coming here to work now.
Yes.
You know that, right?
Yes. Amazon, Microsoft.
We are on the map now. It is one of the hottest cities in the United States.
Is that good or bad?
It depends on who you are.
So what's Richard Peterson's story?
I live on the 6th floor.
Richard lives in this 6-story building on Capitol Hill. He moved into his studio rental in 1988.
And you remember the exact day, of course.
June 15th.
You might have guessed it by now. Richard Peterson is a savant.
You were paying how much then?
$300 a month.
You're paying how much now?
$995 a month.
It could go up, right?
Yes.
That's his biggest fear. He's had 10 rent increases, he tells me. He's not sure he can afford another.
It could happen.
Richard's biggest passion? Playing his piano. That's what feeds his soul. Maybe you've seen him around, playing a different instrument before football games.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
For decades, he's entertained us on Seattle's streets.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe you've even given him a few dollars.
I made over $30 some odd.
Every little bit helps.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This 69-year-old street musician.
Limited income all my life. I don't know why. John is late.
I met him 13 years ago.
I haven't seen him yet.
The exact date doesn't matter. Well, except to Richard Peterson.
June 9th, 2004.
And how about the next time?
June 10th, 2004.
His brain likes to keep track of things, like those new buildings in Seattle he keeps track of. Richard keeps track of all my visits.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
Here's the thing. I represent a building in his mind. And my building keeps getting taller.
When was the last time you saw me?
4 days ago.
Each day he sees me.
5th time this month.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
My building gets taller. By 1 story.
What am I now?
160.
My 160-story building in Richard's mind towers over the tallest building in Seattle, this one.
And your favorite building is that one, right?
Yes, Columbia Center. 76 story. 1984, top out.
See what I mean? Richard Peterson is a man obsessed with buildings,
You have a great view of all the cranes.
Yes.
and a man fearful for the price he might have to pay for what he calls progress.
It's true. Progress is scary.
I don't know. I hate to leave Seattle.
No one is saying he has to. But it's something Richard thinks about and is obsessed about.
Rent only go one direction, up. I wish it go down,
Can you blame him?
not up.
John Sharify, King 5 News. Lon Cole finds himself sitting there sometimes. Sitting there, thinking about those things that haunt him.
I don't think you'd ever forget stuff like that.
It's those things he'd rather forget, impossible to forget.
What is your fear for him?
It's kind of already come.
I did my time in hell.
When thoughts swirl in his head, he knows he needs to grab them, put them down on paper before they disappear.
So your fear is that that blank piece of paper will remain blank one day.
Oh, yes. We seem to get tired more.
Sometimes for this Vietnam veteran, it's hard to keep track.
I've got Parkinson's. I got peripheral neuropathy, diabetes,
PTSD,
and
the things he forgets.
I can't even remember all the things that the doctors tell me I have.
It's a lot of things, a lot.
Alzheimer's.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I had Alzheimer's. Yeah, I definitely got that one.
He has been dealt this hand, and he must live with it.
The hardest part for me is the fear that I'll be a burden to my family. How sad and lonely they will feel.
Lon's wife, Chris.
He realizes now that he's deteriorating a lot more than he ever did.
I'm starting to forget my family's names, calling them by wrong things.
You know, there's good days and there's bad days, and there's even good days and bad days for me where I'm like, nah.
I don't like that.
Why do you write?
I write because it helps me, and then people who read it, it's going to help them. I hope. And sometimes when I write, it's so hard to capture in words to express. It just comes out literally. In words to express. As fast as I can move the hand.
He keeps writing.
Yes. He doesn't write as much.
That scares me, you know, when I totally can't do it anymore.
He knows that day will come,
So freedom would never end.
that his Alzheimer's will get the best of him.
Then I feel like everything's locked up inside of me and I can't express it. And poetry is my one way that I can express a lot. This is a poem I wrote while I was in Vietnam after a few months of being a medic. It's called The Scream of Pain. You hear the scream of pain, you will know a soldier was slain. I was patching up Marines because we got ambushed. You could hear the poor boy cry 1,000 miles. Right away, I had 2 of them die on me. Why so many young men die this old way? It's hard when you lose them and you can't save them. I mean, that's the ultimate agony.
Those memories.
But the pain that comes from it, I'd like to forget. I'm really sorry. I need a handkerchief.
He still feels that, those losses.
Yeah.
That never goes away, does it?
No, I think, you know, when you see that kind of thing, It really pierces your heart for forever.
The things he remembers.
Life is a gift. It really is.
The things he forgets.
Before I come into the room, and I can't remember why I came into the room.
Lon knows he must write and knows what he must write about.
Hope brings strength and courage to go on.
Messages of hope
I talk about that in my writing.
fill the pages of his life now, his life with Alzheimer's.
We all need hope. There's a lot of people out there that have a lot of pain and not too much hope, and so I hope I'll be able to give them hope and ease their pain and brighten their day.
He's determined to write
Hope is the anchor for the soul.
until he can't anymore.
It lifts you and guides you wherever you go.
John Sharify,
Having hope is like a breath of fresh air.
King 5
It
News.
drives away fear and erases despair.
Where does your mind go when you're alone with your thoughts?
I don't cry all day like I used to.
For this mom, in this month,
I don't like the month of February.
on that day,
The last day of the month. I know what that means.
it means thinking about one thing.
Thinking about Chris. You bet.
February 28th, 16 years ago,
You bet.
Kim Kime Parks lost a son.
For us, our journey's been almost 16 years.
Cameron lost a brother.
That was my big brother, my big Bubba.
I was 16 when he passed away.
Poor Kirsten was just, she just idolized her brother.
Now I'm 32, so I've literally lived half of my life without my brother.
16 years since that day.
Yeah, we're all watching TV and we see people getting in fights and punching and beating people up.
Seattle's Mardi Gras riots. It's 2001.
Yeah, I was watching the TV and I thought, this is crazy. This is crazy. I shut the TV off.
A 20-year-old man comes to the rescue of a woman.
Just the instincts took in to go help her.
It turns out Chris is trying to save someone he doesn't even know.
I mean, that's the definition of a good Samaritan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then the next morning we see the deal where this guy was getting carried out.
If I'd been watching it half an hour later, I would have seen him carrying Chris out.
Chris Kime is beaten to death by someone in the crowd.
He's a definite hero. Yeah, definite hero.
A hero for what Chris did that night and for what he continues to do.
But look at what he's done in
I
those
know.
16 years.
I know, it's amazing.
Yep, and it continues and continues and continues and continues.
Ray Page,
16 years you've lived with this.
Yep,
Chris's right kidney
sits right there.
on his left side.
So for us, it made a huge difference. He's alive, and I have a husband, she has a dad.
So how you feeling?
Great. Yeah, kidney's working perfect. If the rest of the body was doing as good, I'd be in great shape.
It changed Ray's life,
We're doing good.
definitely.
One kidney for Ray, Chris's other kidney went to Jesse Bettis.
The kidney just was a miracle.
Without the kidney,
Death.
Jesse's life was extended 6 more years. That's Jessie to the right, savoring this moment with her daughter.
Jesse, who got
Right.
to
Go to her daughter's wedding. Yeah, no, it's amazing.
all these lives saved as a result.
I know. Pretty incredible, isn't it?
He helped a whole bunch of us. I think it was about 13 or 14 of us total.
His heart was beating in Larry.
Larry's got the heart.
Larry Levinson. This is from my last interview with Larry 10 years after his heart transplant.
He's a hero in your eyes. Oh, absolutely.
We've been Facebook friends ever since. I've checked in on him from time to time. Checked in on Ray, too, and his family.
I know Larry's almost as much of a modern medical miracle as Dad is. Like, there's something about those two guys that, if you look at them on paper, there's not a whole lot of reason that either of them should still be here, right?
If he didn't get the heart when he got it, he was gone.
Chris Kime's legacy.
Yeah.
My heart was coming from Chris Kime.
Kim will never forget meeting Larry for the first time.
She walked up and wrapped herself around me.
And hugged him so hard and listened to his heart. And I just went, oh my God, it's Chris, it's Chris.
That was her deal. She could Chris was still there.
From that moment on, lifelong friends. Look at Larry's Facebook profile pic from 2014. He writes, "My heart transplant family." And he adds, "Chris's mother took the picture."
And I tried to get a hold of him, and I know his health is he's not doing well.
In fact, on Larry's birthday, just before the new year, Kim wrote on Larry's Facebook page these words.
Almost 16 years as a beloved member of our family. We are so blessed. You have honored Christopher so well. We love you.
What else could I say? I mean, it's just, he's here, and the only reason he's here is because of Chris.
So let me stop you there because
I had seen something on Larry's Facebook page that Kim had not. Birthday wishes from someone else, followed by these words.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Larry, gone but not forgotten.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. No, they didn't.
She knew this day would come. It doesn't make it any easier.
Doctors told him then that Larry, he had about 2 weeks to live. And look what he got. My son gave him 15 and a half years. How incredible is that? You can't ask anything more than that.
We now know Larry Levinson died peacefully of a heart attack a few months ago. We know Chris gave gifts of life.
The gift was amazing, and it's something that was truly a blessing to him.
To them.
I guess that's nature. We all go sooner or later. You can tell your friends, become organ donors.
We know Ray is on a mission to spread the word.
You can get up to 75 people you can help if you become a donor.
We watched him share his story with students at Wenatchee Valley College.
The doctor patted me on the foot. He said, "Mr. Page, you got a kidney of a 20-year-old that got killed by a head trauma."
What Ray didn't know, who was in the audience.
Hey.
Hey, what was it like to meet the family?
Oh, that was awesome.
Like me.
To meet Kim?
And me, Cameron.
Oh, Let's see. So he was that high?
Yeah.
Yeah, about that now.
No,
yeah.
right there.
Yeah, right there, yeah.
9.
Sitting in the front seat going like this, yeah. Cool. When'd you get over here?
Hour ago.
Really?
Drove over to come here for you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
One person can make a difference. Look what he did. And he continues to do it, and we continue to tell his story.
All because of a young man who left behind something no one could take from him, even when someone took his life.
He wanted to give the gift of life.
That gift to help others.
And he helped a whole bunch of us
live.
Incredible. But I mean, these people were here for so much longer.
Because of Chris.
Because of Chris. That's right.
John Sharify, King 5 News.